Okay. I know I'm supposed to be going on at... I'm actually running to get a coffee while I'm doing this because I can't take it anymore. I know I'm supposed to be going on at 2:30, but I need to go on now for the simple fact that everyone is talking about this freaking green thing. I need to tell you guys that is KIELYRODNI's sacrifice. They did everything that night. I'm going to go over all of this and explain to y'all how it all fits together. And it's all was in Plunder's video. Unfortunately, that is Kylie's, that's what they did to her. So I'm going to start to discuss this before I go over the PDF. Hopefully my battery won't die because I'm on low battery, and then I'll go back in the house and this will be a really long live. Welcome to WCIA Network, and everything I do and say here falls under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. I am a clairvoyant, a medium, a psychic, blah, blah, blah. Now I want to call myself a picture reader because it seems like that's what I do. I'm reading these pictures, and yeah. So what everyone is discussing is really what my 60-page presentation is on. I just get the messages and I set them forth, and it is so exciting to me to have turned on YouTube and hear other people opening up their eyes and understanding that something else went on, that everything that you're seeing is a bunch of bullshit. I already sent this all into the authorities, and like the whole story is hidden in so many different people's YouTube channel, but who has it the clearest is Plunder. I don't know why when I talk and say and whatever about people, it's not about them. It's about getting justice for KIELYRODNI's team of girls that have been taken for the same sacrifice, as well as Summer Moon Wells got gone sacrifices. They're all the same sacrifice, and it's all coming down to the same story. It took over a year for someone to be the weak link, and they switched teams. We all learned way too much about Summer Moon Wells and all of the crazy shit that went on with Summer Moon Wells, that when this Kylie story came, wait, I'm switching. I may have to switch. I may have to switch internets. Wait, let me see. Hold on. Wait 1 second. Plug this in. Because we learned so much from that case, it has created a complete brand new set of eyes on a brand new group of people. Wait, hold on. Plug this in. I literally, I couldn't even take it anymore. Wait, hold on. Give me 5 seconds. Okay. So impromptu. Let me see if I could switch connections. Wait. Hi guys. It's not 2:30, but I was just listening, like I said, to another channel, and I couldn't take it anymore. This KIELYRODNI case is super easy to understand. Just open up your third eye and listen to what I have to show you. First of all, this car, I do not know where this car came from. All these photos, most of them have been taken between Ryan Upchurch, Benny, Jody Sue, Plunder, and those are the only ones I'm going to say right now. The car in the middle is really the photos that are of the car. What you see to the left was something that was put together before the day that they took her. This is the green thing I've been talking about. This green thing is part of the sacrifice. I am going to follow and show you what this green thing is. They either put her in the water the night before Adventures with Purpose came, or they took her out in the water. What I know from my third eye and through my clairvoyance, and what I'm being told, is that there is no difference between that green buoy, and this. Let me grab it. That green buoy and KIELYRODNI. What they're telling me is whatever green thing you guys are talking about was KIELYRODNI. Going in the water or going out of the water, but this was the night of her sacrifice. They say that she had that same neon green bathing suit. You guys, she didn't. This either was them getting her. This is the beach. This is the water. This is the sacrifice. This is KIELYRODNI. Plunder just happens to have unfucking believable information. There is no difference. Something happened that they're not telling us. And it's being covered up by that Adventures with Purpose story. The car and the green buoy you see was this car, this photo, right here, getting rid of it. The green buoy you see is the green face that they use in the sacrifices. This comes from Jagger's Facebook or Instagram page. That is your green buoy. Period. End of story. I'm being told that so loud and clearly that I couldn't even frickin' wait one more second to go up and tell you guys that this is the story of KIELYRODNI. This is the bag. This is what they put under the car. They're carrying it right there. They placed that shit under the car and created a whole bullshit story. That's the buoy. That piece right there is what was found under the car. These people cannot outrun these spirits. They can't. It's that simple. This is what was put under the fucking fake car. That is the green buoy, and this was done before you all saw the fake people go in and go get the car. This is the 3 people in the basket. It's all there. I've shown this before on Jaggers. If you guys, this is the whole thing. If you just look and play with the picture this way, you've got your green buoy, you have your basket, there's 2 other people, there's 3 of them in that basket. And I'm calling bullshit on Adventures with Purpose. And that comes through Spirit. Spirit says bullshit. Because there's way too much evidence that I have here that actually shows what happened. Look it. The more we talk about it, the more it shows. That is your green buoy. It's your green buoy. They put her in a fake bathing suit to create footage of this poor little Kylie that was sacrificed. She was sacrificed, and they're making it look as if she wasn't, and they did a real shitty job at it. They did a real shitty job. I'm going to show you now my presentation because this message had to get out ASAP. This is her with the green buoy on her. This is the green face. Benny holds it up in his car many a times after sacrifices. Whoever that fucking Benny is, I have no idea who he is, but that car is fake. I don't have one photo of a car that is a normal car that was pulled out of the water. That's not a normal car. And what you're seeing on their little temperature gauge is a body underwater. This shit is happening under the water. I showed the authorities how they're doing it, what's coming in. They're doing it through open gateways. They do it, every team has an open gateway to create these vehicles to dump. This is all it is. It's a dumping zone. That green buoy that you see on his back is not a buoy. That is the remnants of KIELYRODNI. The remnants of KIELYRODNI. Those are the cylinders that I have been showing over and over. Those are the cylinders. It's the cylinders that Kylie is sitting by. They go in the water and they grab all of these things. That's what they're grabbing. That's what they're grabbing. I am so happy that there are people. Correct, it's 3. I think there's a newborn, a fetus, Kylie, and one more person. There are 3 of them. There's 2 other people, and this is what Plunder's videos look like. It's not a buoy. This is KIELYRODNI's story. This is what the sacrifices look like, and she winds up looking like that, and her green buoy, so forth, is behind her nose. She winds up in the cylinder, and they do something with it, you guys. They cover her in the mesh, just like they did with Summer Moon. Same thing. Here are your photos of them looking underground. They're looking at the sacrifice underwater that is on one of those flatbeds. That's what this is here. And I'm telling you, if anyone knows Plunder, they need to reach out to her and make sure she's not in danger. I have this horrific feeling about who I'm looking at. I said it yesterday in my live. I don't know her, but the feeling inside my body is she needs help. She needs help. Anyone know who she is? Like, personally know her? They're making her as if she's sitting in a sacrifice room. This is them at night in the water, you guys. Here's a picture of Adventures with Purpose at night. And Plunder, it makes my whole heart sink. Does anyone know her personally? Like, you've seen her personally. Her face, her body. Gone to lunch with her, had a coffee with her. There's the green buoy. It shows right in the video. That is the green face that is in the water, and they're either putting it in the water or they're taking it out. It shows right on their screen. That is it. That's that green face that Summer Moon Wells winds up with, you guys. Because it's the same sacrifice, you're going to be seeing the same elements over and over and over. The same green face shows up in a lot of people's videos. But the only difference is now I have an audience that's listening. They're pulling this shit. It's hidden, and then it's let out. Does anyone know her? No one does. No one probably really knows her. Like, if I had to validate who I was, I could validate it in a second. There's your green buoy. It's right here, right before they go out. The green buoy is in the truck before they go out. Watch. It's right here. It's the green face that shows up in every sacrifice that I follow. It's right there. This is what they're putting in the water. And It's right over above the silver thing. It's green. That green thing, that is whatever that is in front of us, winds up under the car. That's the white part of the car that gets put in there. There's the yellow, the green, the white, the blah, 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 blah. This here, you guys, is, wait, here. It's so frustrated. Actually frustrated and very happy and thrilled that people are talking about it. There's your green face with the body wrapped in plastic. That's what happens. And it's the maroon, the green, and the white 5 that it's on top of, next to the yellow, and it's in the white container. This is what was pulled from the water. Right there. You gotta go get my wait, hold on. So when I speak my truth, my throat goes. So hold on one second. Okay, sorry about that. Goes right to my throat. Okay. Whew. Spirit makes my throat super, super, super dry. So, in the middle is Plunder. Let's not talk about her because we don't know who she is. To the left is what they put in the water, took out of the water. To the right is the night before. So here it's showing what is happening during the sacrifice. This is the real story, and this happened either the night. It happened before they went to go get this, you guys. This happened a while ago. They had to somehow make a video and do all this shit. So there are people, there's 3 of them. And the light in the middle winds up being the green head. That winds up being your buoy. And they're watching this float in the water. I've seen this 100 times. What you see right there is the cylinder that becomes the green face. It's in there. It lights up. I don't know why. I don't care why. Because the point is, I'm telling the story. The story of the Summer Wells missing children, which this is Summer Moon Wells in her cylinder. It's the same thing. This is the same thing. You may be seeing it now a little better because now we have KIELYRODNI here. This is the same thing. This is this. Okay? This here is going to become, you're going to see clearer now, Summer Moon Wells, because we're telling her story. You see, that's what happens. This will be two faces, just like Summer Moon and Tim Mullen's face. This is the KIELYRODNI story. This is the Summer Moon missing children, got gone, get gone, sacrifices. Her friends are watching. She drifts away. And she gets picked up by some frickin' sub or boat, and that boat moves and it goes to the very last sacrifice. It goes to the fishing boat. I don't know if it's David Dotson or Tim Mullen. But for those that are new, I'm going to back up for a moment. Summer Moon Wells elements in the beginning were really tough for everyone to see. I totally get it. Now that we have a KIELYRODNI that winds up in the same green face, it will be easier for you all to recognize our little Summer Moon who opened this stuff up for us. This is the same. Okay? So, Summer Moon, and this is the green face. And it's a sacrifice with a couple other people. She's not alone. The middle photo, they're on like that box. They wind up like that. Where everyone is correct is that the Adventures with Purpose is not the story. It's not the story. Her story is her whole entire team that covers this shit up, and that winds up being her head on a platter. That is her box that got taken away. It's not a bench. It's the white box with the number 5. It just gets whisked away, you guys. And they find it with, this is what they take out of the water. That's not a bench. The funny thing is about this whole entire thing is they really do tell the story. They tell it really clearly. And it's really difficult for people to see it, which I understand. I get it. But what you see in front of you is what happened the night before. These boats come in, and the point is, I don't need to know all those details. I know that this is a sacrifice, and it's the same information that I have with Summer Moon. The picture up in the left hand is what she looked like before they put her somewhere. But she's connected to the white machinery, and to the right you'll see the face and all of this stuff. It may look funny, you guys, but it matches up perfectly. It matches perfectly to the story and to Summer Moon Wells' elements as well as Kylie's elements. What you're looking at is whatever sacrifice and system they put through, these people are the receivers. For some reason, they're receiving something from her, and it's documented. This is Sammy. This is the machine. And all I know is that this photo of Kylie, I can tell you, is one of the last photos taken. This is what it looks like when they put her in the fake green bathing suit. What the guys here in the corner are looking at, this picture here, is no different, or basically it's the same thing as this. And the only ones that are going to know I'm right are the ones that are the guilty party. They're watching it. I'm not saying they are. Whatever this is, I don't know if it's them, not them, I don't know, I don't care. It's being watched. This was a really funky photo, but what I do know is that the photo that these bleed into are actual photos of the dive. So what I'm showing you here, let me crop it, are true photos of whatever happened in that dive. This is really Kylie. This is really what's in the water. This here is a true living sacrifice that was placed in the water and connected to the car. The photos like this surround the plunder videos, and they match what I have found in the car videos. This is what's being covered up. It wasn't covered up well. These bodies go and they leave with their stick, with the heart, which this is showing clearly. And then the dark one that you see there is what people thought was maybe a pen. They're like, what is that? It's part of the equipment. They've been doing this stuff, you guys, for years. And Kylie, her face, her face here is exactly how I said these faces are. They're smushed against the wall, and this is their head, and they're smushed against that white thing. She is facing, wait, let me put this, she's facing down. Wait. Basically like this. Like that. See the heart? That is this. So those who did this, those who know I'm right, you really need to come forward, because this shit's only getting stronger and stronger. This is Kylie. And it's not a matter of am I right or am I wrong. This is the Summer Moon Wells Kylie story. And the problem is, you just need to be the first one to go turn yourself in and go make a deal. Because it's going nowhere. You have been exposed. Your elements are exposed. Your story is exposed. You have nowhere to go. Because, like I said, I don't need to stay on one. I know when you guys, I know when a creator really wants you to stay on their page so you don't notice anything else. So what they do is they create a lot of drama while the story is being exposed. For some reason, the story needs to be exposed. It's what they do, right? So recognize the fact that this is real. This is real. And my suggestion is to just shut this shit down and go be the hero. Because that photo right there comes from Adventures with Purpose Car Dive. Trust me, no one has this picture because it's hidden behind Plunder's videos. But it's actually in right in front of us. It's right there. I know I know you're scared, whoever puts thumbs down, I get it. I get it that you're probably a part of this and you really don't want this stuff to be stopped. I'm too fucking bad. I'm too fucking bad. These are getting super pixelated, but the picture to the right, the bloody picture, is really what's on the bottom of the water. I'm going to skip this photo because it's really pixelated and go to this one. So this is what shows up in their thermal heated whatever. You guys could grab it yourselves. It's there. It's real and it's clear. Copy. And this is what shows up in their heated monitor. This. That's what's in the monitor, because this photo isn't underwater. This photo is in the same room as all the other people go. They're on the box. It's the same story, you guys. This is the same story. Over and over and over. That is what you call a sacrifice. Plunder is covered in white strings. Yes, I'm very concerned. No one knows her. Is that what we're all saying? No one really knows who she is? Because she's in the middle of all of the important pictures that happened the night before. So what's on either side of her consistently shows the water. There's the blue element, and this is what's going on in the water. This is all from Plunder's video. I mean, this is from her video. This is from her page. Sacrifice. And that person is connected by metal and chained down. What you see to the left and in the middle of the right, that is your green buoy. It's Kylie. Yeah, you could email me, Katie. You could email me. I definitely read and look at everything. So those who are sending me tons of stuff, keep sending it, guys. I love it. I may not respond because I'm really told not to open those up, but I do. It makes it look like Plunder and that whole situation is in they're in boxes. They're like in a television set, almost like what other channels that I'm following do. They're like in these metal, they're like surrounded by green screens. Like they create their own, she has a screen in front of her face. Like they have these screens. This here, you could see, like the boxes, like in their, see? They're like the boxes that Don Wells built underneath his house. They're boxes. This is very telling. You have, because they don't realize that I'm shown where to get this shit. Stay alive for me. Is he's saying that because they believe in this resurrection, and he's waiting to meet her again. And what gives it away is the clear face that's on the bottom here in the A. Well, really, as well as his words tell. It's just like what Don Wells did over the 6:13 passage. This is no different. See, there's the face. He just makes it clear. It's right there. There's the bottle. face. And I want all of you to look at this and remember what Kylie would want. We all need to stay strong for her family, and for each other. Nobody is in this alone. If anyone needs to talk about literally anything, I'm here for you. Kylie would want me to keep her friends and family safe, and that's what I'm going to do for the rest of my life. After all this, you are my family. It's a sacrifice. And they're created a bond. And they're staying together. And those are his trophies. Those are his trophies. This is the box that either they retrieved or put in there. I think they put it in, got rid of it, and it went off to the next location. Here are the clear little things. This is Kylie. I mean, this is, you guys, a massive, disgusting sacrifice, and this is their truth. And this is what they believe in. And it's very sad. I mean, it's very sad, and this is just machinery. And this is Kylie. Back to that pick, Lori. Which pick? This one? All right, let me put it up there for you. I have the video too, you know, like the videos tell a lot, because I could stop it and so forth. Look to the girl in plastic behind him. Yes, they are in plastic. These are boxes. Oh, yeah. Right pick and bottom corner. Correct. That's his trophy. Yes, that is his trophy. This is what they call, they keep them in a safe space. And all these trophies go with them. You know how they're covered in a lot of stuff? They're all covered in all these different trophies. That's what it is. They're covered in them. Correct. They wind up just like this in plastic. What you see to the left is what happened the night before Adventures with Purpose went out. The pictures are very bloody. They're loaded in the exact equipment and outfits as SUMMERMOONUTAHWELLS scuba divers that I have that lift these things out of the water covered in blood. And this is what they look like. It looks like they have like these, almost like wrestling unitards on. And that's what they look like. And that the flag is actually green. And this is what it looks like. This is what they look like. This is straight from the video. I'll show you the live video. But there's others that go with them. Kylie didn't go alone. She didn't go alone. They don't go alone. There's your green buoy. There's your green face. This is the room. This is someone's face. It's probably Kylie sticking right out of that stuff I showed you. This is the sacrifice room. It is not. This is not their truck. It's not the truck. What you're looking at is this. Wait. What you're looking at, that person is a real person's face. You're looking at this. Summer Moon Wells has the same thing around her face. And it's part of the sacrifice, you guys. They have it in a few photos. You could see this is Kylie's. This is Kylie's. This is Kylie's. And turns green. I don't know. They light it up. I mean, this is just part of their process. And this is her. And these wind up in like these fish heads. Remember I showed you guys, for those, I always say I'm going to find it, but you know, now I don't, it's fine because I'm not in a rush at all. I'm going to make sure that I finish this. Somehow they get, shipped off like that. That wound up on the fisherman's boat. And they go and they pull them out of the water. That is something that the FBI is gonna. That's, you know, they're the ones who have to acknowledge this shit. And, you know, do something about it, because all the pictures that I have tells me that these things go onto the boat because they are a match. So here's the boat, and there's that white thing. It's right there. It gets lifted out and placed on this boat. That thing there is what Kylie looks like in summer. That white tube is the white tube that I've been following for over a year. Right here. This is being lifted onto some boat. It's being put onto the boat, like it's going up onto the boat. This. That is where they wind up. Now, the authorities are the ones who have to, you know, I can't do anything further other than tell the story, right? And these little heads and these little things are real. They're fishing with them or something. But they're taking them out of the water. And it's bloody. And it's sick. And there's a lot of kids involved. But they definitely have a purpose. Like here, this might even be the green face. Let's see. So, as kooky as this looks, you could see the process. So here's this guy's head. You see that maroon thing on it? Like that's used as something in the water. That's the same thing as this. Okay? It's being used. That is the same thing as this when it gets delivered or whatever. That is that. So I know where they go, and I am told what happens and so forth, but what am I going to go watch the fishermen fish? No. They could get this shit just by a drone. A drone. Because it winds up here. There's something about this whole thing that's so connected together, because all of my videos are all the same. They come from the same people, the same information. The elements match. It's pretty sick. But this is the process I'm being told. So that thing that you see that each person gets when they're sacrificed is what's in this girl's hand. And in Madeline McKinney, she had the same thing in her hand. See, that little thing goes with them. And those little things, whatever that is on the tip of their machine, they think it's very powerful. They think it's powerful. And Kylie and Summer and all of Summer Moon's missing children, all of them have one of those. And if you go to any of the kids that I've discussed here, the Summerwell's missing children, they each have one. They have one. I'm going to put up some of these fishing photos because I think that what you guys that are listening will understand that this is the same group that's doing all of this, but they have different teams. I could tell the different teams by their boots, and actually also by the way that they act, like their boots. Like whoever's guilty knows that's your boot. That's your boot, and that is a symbol, and that's what surrounds the little girl with blonde hair. I think that Summer Moon Wells wound up on this exact boat. The green faces, they get caught, and they're major. This is exactly what you see that I show you in all of the. That's it. That's not a fish. They're pumped. They just caught like God's gift. Like this I have been showing. That's a really good question. That is really let me study this question for a minute. They needed Summer to take the spotlight so we wouldn't notice any other kids at the same time. There were a lot of kids that went missing when Summer Moon Wells went missing. And the social media of the people that are involved, their goal was to create confusion. And they created confusion. And what are we supposed to know about that? You know, it's like, how are you supposed to know? But they created confusion so we really just wouldn't notice anything else. So they wind up on this boat, right? I could go over some more of these photos of the boat later, but that's what happens. I have a lot of information on this boat. Here's another one of those pictures of the face. Where'd it go? Here. So these are just things that they fish for. Or maybe they don't fish. I think maybe they just grab it out. All I know is that this is part of the process. And this here, see, this is what's on Plunder. This is why I'm very concerned about her. Wait. So this is what it looks like of what they take out of the water. Those aren't fish, right? Those are also pieces of the body, but that person, this is a person. And those little maroon pieces, that's what was on Plunder's head. Throughout the whole video, I'm like, no one's going to notice it, but I did. This is what's connected to this thing. And this is what's on Plunder's hair, or there's that maroon thing. And there's your skeleton. So this is just like all pulled out of the water, you guys. And this fish here might be pink, sometimes it's green, sometimes it's white. It depends, but it's a real bright color. And that's the grand prize, is right in there. Here's the car with the flatbed in it. You could see it. It has the V. The car has the white piece in it with the head. This isn't a photo that you guys have. And that's the box. I believe that these are the boxes that go in the water and get lifted in and out of the water. That guy in the middle is bullshit. It's just, and I don't know. I think that Catch It TV's face shows up. They use his face. I could feel it by energy. You could see that's in a box. I showed this the other day. It's got the metal on the bottom. It's a metal box. This here, I just put up. I don't know why. I'm supposed to just look at it for now and see why. All right, let me take her white photo and put it in the middle. Let me brighten it up a little. This photo. Give me a minute, you guys. Let me see if for some reason did I crop this one? No. I'm waiting, I think I'm waiting for the box to show up like I think it's going to show us the cylinder, like it's not about the face. This is before she went in the water. This was pre-filmed. This was pre-filmed. This wasn't even filmed. So I take that them told it's not even filmed. It's I don't know what it is, but it's not filmed. It's not filmed. They're saying it's fake news. Like, it's not filmed. This here is the cylinder with the number 5 in the head. He's just showing this and everything else is put over it. This is what's in the water, she said. And that small little piece, so that small little piece I just showed, she said. That small little, wait, let me look. I showed it. Oh. That small little piece is this. And this is the cylinder that's under the water. It's a match, she said. It's a match. So let me see something. It's a match to this. Oh! I have to take this too. Wait, I need both these pictures. Edit, copy. Okay. Alright, let me put... Wait. They're stuck together. Wait a minute. I'll take one at a time. Okay. This here, and let me crop it, is showing you this before it goes in the water. Okay? This is upside. This I have to turn right side up. This here, these two little things, this is all in the water. Those two little things is what I showed in the water. Wait. Are these. So this shows them where to go. The little red, the ball, and those things sticking out shows location. That shows location. These are the same. These are the same. Yeah, you guys, there's going to be a lot of images in these photos. There's other people in it. I do know that, and the people's faces and so forth are in all the photos. I'm just not pointing them out right now because what I'm trying to do is give information for the authorities so they can do apples to apples, so they could see like, oh yeah, like you know, there's that she shows this photo of this person's leg, and what page is this? And it matches then it matches, you know, like this matches this. So it gives, we know that there are a lot of children involved, right? We know that there's a lot of sacrifice involved. The amount of people, I would say, is way above and beyond anything that I could comprehend. But if I could give the authorities information like this to say, you gotta go to your video and find that because this is a perfect match, which is connected to this person's leg, that's a big deal, right? It's a blue thing. There's the blue box. That's the blue box that Summer told me to keep my eye on. So, oh my God. So this is a perfect match, right? And there's the 5. This is pretty much a perfect match. But this here has the red ball in it. That's the difference. Let me see. She said to keep. And they're different pictures. It's not like, oh, they put a picture over a picture over a picture. It's different information in each frame. They want you to think that it's, you know. So this is the blue box. It's really important. Why do you feel a need to be run under image testing software? I don't do image testing software. Like, truthfully, that's for the authorities. Like, the FBI could probably pull this shit apart in an hour. I go by my clairvoyance, and I strictly do reads through spirit. For some reason, I'm able to use these pictures, right? And they're shown to me, but I don't need to put them through. I just like to show you the best I can through what is shown to me, and especially now that we have photos that you could kind of see it. It's better than me just speaking with no photos, because these photos really do help. That little box, that little yellow box there, that is a waterproof, whatever, winds up on the boats. This is the machine that winds up. Oh my God, this is the machine that winds up on the boat. I just said it. This is the machine. I can match this machine up perfectly. Let me see. Like, that just came out. Like, I've been looking at this for a long time, right? And those words, I'm like, yeah, it looks like this, but they're saying that this is this will be a perfect match to the machine that goes on the boat. And this whole entire thing is what winds up in the water and gets picked up. And that's why they have divers and scuba divers. And they have people that go through the tunnels underwater that could get from water to water. Like, they could get from location to location under the water, using the waterways, using the tunnels. Using the tunnels. They're floating these things through. Fisher. Let me see if I could show you a photo. that winds up on the boat from Alaska. Let me open this up. Okay. So for those who haven't seen my previous video, I'm going to show you a few things. This here, I really think that Summer Moon Wells is here. Those are the same boots. This person is in the same kind of a corner that Kylie wound up in with that sweatshirt on. It's the same material, it's the same corner. This here is a sacrifice, and I followed this boat, right? Long time. This here is what they have on in the front of their boat. It's the same skeleton, like with that's it. Oh, that's it? This is it? Wait, let me... What? Give me a second, guys. This is the machine that... This is the machine that's on the boat, which is this machine. This machine is on the boat. That's the machine that winds up on the boat. There's the blue box. This is Benny's photo. See, that's the slab I was talking about and the faces. And this says summer. This is, whose face was on the boat pic? I don't know. There's so many faces. Yes, it was pulled by a boat. This is a very important piece of the puzzle. What I want to show you guys. Oh, I'm going back to the fisherman to see if I could show or find how these are lifted out. So I have photos of Ernie on this boat, you know, and this is this picture from this boat to me is Summer. That photo was on the same boat as I got Ernie's picture from. I'm going to go, I have the time, so I'm going to go in different directions. He's on this boat right here. And behind him was the same thing as Benny showed in his video, which spelled summer. See, that is the same situation. This. And this was Ernie. I think Ernie. And I believe that that was Summer showing her face. So when you look closer to Ernie's glasses, it shows someone lifting from the water one of these pieces. And this is why I believe that this is Summer. That, to me, is Summer's green face. And this here, this machine, is what winds up. That's the green face on the top, that white thing. And I know Summer's eyeball. And why else would that be in there? There's no reason. This, to me, was a picture just like you saw of Kylie. I believe that this is Summer in her box. Like, she's already in the process. She's in the process, you see. Here is the machine, I found it, that winds up on the side of the boats. I don't know if it gets lifted, but this is what they look like, and this is the same machine, I'm being told. This is that machine. Boom. Let me make it smaller. So these travel. They travel. And this is what traveled in the water. This is it. This is it. Is it easy to see? I'm so happy that you guys are being able to see it. It's like, thank you, NW Love. It's really because I'm in a place that I don't know what you guys see, right? Because I've been seeing this shit for a very long time. So Here, let me brighten one of these up. And in so that these are the same. And they wind up on the boat. This is on the boat. Let me show you the full photo. This is on the side of the boat. That's the full thing. See the machine on the bottom? See? That's it's a whole concoction. This is all of it. What you see on the bottom there is that flatbed. Like this here is a whole different piece, but it goes all together. Like, this is all together. I don't know how, whatever it is, it's all here. The cylinder, it's the whole thing. Like, this is the whole situation. The cylinder, the long thing, the heart, the head, the face. And that's what is in Adventures with Purpose video. This is really what happened the night before. These are the closer photos that are in Plunder, and it shows them in the water. They're putting something in the water along with that blue box. And this is not what you have as Plunder's video. I mean, as Adventures with Purpose video. This isn't what you have. They're basically in the water. You guys feel free to send any of this stuff to the authorities. I mean, this is coming. I just went right on this part. I've sent stuff, but hold on one second. Wait 1 second. One minute. Okay. Sorry, my husband, he's like, what the hell's going on? Because I went on earlier and blah, blah, blah. Okay, so these photos here, is the night before. I showed this the other day. And I don't even want to talk about that one right now. Okay, so here's the car. And this is what is going on in the water that no one is speaking about. This is what you guys are seeing, and the green buoy. The green buoy winds up there because the green buoy is not really a buoy. They're doing shit in the water. And here I'll bring this a little closer to you so you could see it. Sorry guys, I had to answer my husband. 39. Oh my goodness, I'm no wonder I can't find it. I'm on the wrong PDF. All right. What the heck? Oh, 29. Okay. I thought it was ahead of us. Okay, so this here is really clearly put in the video, you guys. It's a true snapshot. It doesn't matter what the hell this is. It's not what we saw. This is the dropping of evidence in the water. This is what it is. These are scuba divers. These are scuba divers. Just like Summer Moon Wells had. She had scuba divers in a scuba boat doing scuba shit. Does anyone know this girl? It's really, really bugging me. I feel a sense of danger for her. All right, so this is a closer picture of the car. And as you could see, this isn't anything close to the car that we all saw. What it is what wound up in the water. This stuff. I really want to know where I'm so curious once we find out about the car. This is real. This is a real cage that someone was in. I'm doing that intuitively and spiritually and clairvoyantly. These are cages. And the picture to the left is a really scary photo. I showed it the other day, but it is in the video. I believe these are rooms, and these are the rooms that I talk about. The middle photo is changing a lot. It's changing a lot. Let me grab it. I'm going to grab it and just brighten it up a little, see if we could see anything a little clearer. This photo wants to show another part of a story. down under. They're down under. I'm supposed to look under this. This is where they are. They're under this thing. They're not in it. This is under. This is under. We're under here. They're saying they're down under here. They're under here. They're in there. This is down under. It's wet. It's damp. It's down under the water. They're under in the water. This is kind of like a submarine thing. I think they keep masks on them, because that's why it's hard for me to breathe and my throat hurts. This is nowhere a sniffing dog could ever find, you guys. They have to know where to go. Someone has to tell the truth. Someone has to come forward and tell the truth. That's the only way they're going to find these children and these people. They're down under here. It's on a slant. It's on a slant, just like, it's just like how the Wells house is built. It's on a slant. You go down under. Oh, thank you. Thank you for all these sweet things. Thank you, Madeline. Thank you. I love my group here. So cozy. Thank you, guys. I think I'm just doing, not to be, God's work in a sense. Like, I think I'm just, all I do is show what's shown to me. With the story behind it, so it's not just hodgepodge, Oh, thank you guys. You guys are too sweet. And what is there's just a couple ways affirmations come through for me. One is when I see the photo, as I see in my third eye, like this Kylie, and then I'm able to show you guys, and then you guys see it. Is a very big affirmation, and it feels really good, and it's going to feel really good when this stuff does get busted open. Kylie's story is just as strong as Summer Moon Wells. Here is what the car looked like, I believe, before it went in the water. This is in the video. This is in her video. And she sort of starts to blend into this machinery. So I don't know. She is a deep fake for victims. Or she is a victim herself. Oh, you guys, thank you. Or she is a victim herself. If anyone has ever met her or knows her, can you put like a number 1 in the chat? Like seen her, met her personally, gone out with her. That is what the car looked like before the fake car went in the water. Kylie here, it shows that she is connected to the machine, and her boyfriend is there with her. This is the machine that goes around the face. I have seen it before, and it hurts the throat. And that's fake here. This Kylie is already sacrificed. That's what's in the car. That's what's in the car, I'm told. This equipment, it's just been around for centuries. Like this is just what the equipment they use. This is what they use. She's connected to it. And I'm sorry I have to keep putting Plunder's face, but she blends into the photo, so I have to keep putting it up because she basically blends in it. No one knows her. I'm telling you. This is a real close-up of these bars. This is the maroon box that Summer Moon Wells also winds up in. I don't think that lady really exists. I showed this yesterday. This is the room. I could match this room. Let me see if I have it in the fisherman's thing. The fisherman presentation has a room just like this, and I'm like, that's a weird thing to show. Got it. Now I get it. It's the same room. This room, the fisherman shows it, is this room. It's all the same shit. It's all the same. Watch. This is that. It's crazy because all the elements that I have shown have not changed. All the information that my spirit guides have given have not changed. This is from the fisherman. It's the same situation in here. There's no difference. They wind up in white, and that's their eyeball. That's that little white bird. This one's hard to look at. Yeah, this is the room. Oh, that's the box over there. Wait a minute. Let me grab it. So this is the maroon box. It's clear in the back. Let me sometimes I'm afraid to brighten them, but this is very clear. And when I get a clear photo, it's really good. That's really a flame. They're in a very claustrophobic, like my claustrophobic issues I feel. It's claustrophobic wherever they are. This is the night before they found the car. The middle picture basically is what I just showed you. The middle photo has the middle photo is this. They're done. This is the sacrifice, and that body is this body. Right there. So she's connected to the machine right there with the V. That's the machine, and then it goes in the water. And her friends are there with them. Yes, you're correct. NW Love, you know your shit, man. That's good. Excellent. Yeah, the Watts case is the same. The Watts case is the same group. But no one's tattling on each other. Or they are, and the authorities are part of it, and they don't want to deal with it. I showed this box. That's the mesh that's around them. The mesh shows often. This is worth money to them. She's not in the snow. This is the pushing of the cart. She's not in the snow. And those are all the trophies that are going with her, and that is her collection of stuff. This is her cart that is very, very important to the process. And this here, there's may not even be the Kylie that we know. So there's her. That's all her stuff. So this has been going on. I believe that this is all on her mother's side of the family. And she is just like a Summer Moon Wells. There's no difference. There's the head. And they just try to deep fake this stuff, but the elements are just way too strong. These elements are just, they're coming through. Yeah, this is a different girl in there. Kylie is a Summer Moon Wells missing child. When I say that, that just means that she was used for many children her whole life. This is why she was in the house, and this is why her mom homeschooled her. Because she covers up many different faces. She didn't have friends. She had cult friends. She had cult friends, is what she had. And here she is surrounded by her elements that they wind up putting on the beach. I showed this the other day. I'm like, if you could just look at, if the police could, all they got to do is put apples to apples. This is what winds up on the water as part of her ceremony. Now that shouldn't happen. That doesn't even make any sense. Showed this the other day. This is one of the heads. Basically, it's the same as like this. There's no difference. The head is in the window the whole time. It's the same thing. Oh yeah, I did show this earlier because I had to. Because I was like jumping out of my skull. Jumping out of my skull? That's weird, I just said that. Jumping out of my skin. Well, skulls are really the main thing here. So the bottom photo is showing you the entranceway. This thing is like I pointed out the other day where this entranceway was. It's a maroon, and it's like it's on a slant. It's on a slant. Let me grab this. This here this info in this picture on the bottom oh, it's really not there. See, I see something beneath this. This is an entranceway, it's telling me. It's on a slant. It's so bizarre. Okay, so I'm being told that when I'm looking at these cars, it's an entranceway. The car itself goes into the water, and it goes under this thing, and then they bring it back up again. So the car that they found came up from the water, from an entranceway. Okay, now I think you might see it. That's the entranceway. See, I don't see things clearly until I say it. The maroon part is the entrance. Into the water. The cars that wind up in the water, this car that wound up in the water didn't enter from the beach, is what I'm saying. Yeah, like a boat ramp. Yeah, like a boat ramp or a ski jump. Yeah, like so the markings aren't on the sand. The markings aren't on the sand. The tunnel, they're using this particular group and Summer Moon Wells. They're using some sort of like one of those tunnels, like one of those tunnels that they have in like Kingsport. Like this car is already, it's ready to go, like it's been prepped. That's the car on the right hand side that's above Kylie. I showed this picture earlier, but this is, I'm just going to crop out the car. This is again another picture of the actual car that was used. I don't believe this is what we saw, but this is the white car, or the white piece that holds evidence. This is part of that machine. This is what they're saying is part of this. Part of the machine that I showed earlier. Oh, wow. You guys, this is all so the same. It's absolutely... Now remember, this was one of the Summer Moon Wells' last photos that I have of her in the water. This is what they posted. And there's that green head. You remember I told you there's that green head that just winds up on the fisherman's boat? So that thing right there is the same as that fish head. Wait. That is the same as this guy. Basically, these are the same thing. So that's summer moon, right? And this is where they wind up. That's the fish head. That just is the same. This is what happens. Every child has one. That's that. And she goes off into the water. I showed that. That's like a very pixelated photo, but here's Kylie. She has a lot going on her head. She has a lot on there. I do want to stop and just make sure that those who didn't follow me before, I want to clarify that the Watts kids are part of this group. The Watts kids do the same kind of a thing as these kids do from the fishing group. These are the kids from the fishing group. Now, these are the photos from the fishing group when they go fishing. This here, let me see if I get a better picture of the Watts kids. Yeah, here. This here is from the Watts kids. So all of this stuff I have pulled together as one group. Those are the Watts kids on their trampoline. It's not the Watts kids on their trampoline. These kids were sacrificed the same way. They're connected to all of the same machinery that I'm showing you. They have the pole in them. They have been sacrificed the same way. So as I'm speaking about Summer Moon, I say the Somerwells, missing children, and all of these other kids, the kids in the fisherman's thing, these kids change, just like they're not always the same. This again is used as like a KIELYRODNI, like they use their faces as other kids' faces, and they're not the same. It's the same story over and over. These are different kids, and they're in those boxes. They're in the boxes. That's all I know, is that these kids are in trouble, and they're connected to the same stuff as KIELYRODNI. So I just wanted to stop and recognize that I'm recognizing all of the children. All of the children that are waiting for justice. It's a lot of them. There's a lot of them. The Watts case should have been solved differently. These are pictures of the Watts kids on their trampoline. This is no different than the fishermen's children on their fake trampoline. There's no difference. So I needed to stop and tell these kids I'm recognizing them all. I know they all wind up looking like this on a boat. On a boat. That's what they wind up looking like, you guys. They go fishing. And it's all done by some sort of equipment that the FBI needs to figure out. Because this little girl died the same way. She had her very own tool before she went missing. It's right there. That is the same tool that every child gets. Same thing. And she never got justice. She never got justice. Every photo that this little girl had was worse than the other. These are her feet dangling under her parents as they read her a book. Why is it that that was never, ever found? Here she is connected. She's connected to freaking a tree that's coming out of her leg. That's one of those things that they keep. That is one of those trophies that is obviously in her leg. So when I say Summer Moon Wells missing children, I am speaking for hundreds of kids. Hundreds of kids, thousands of kids. This situation here, the girl on the boat winds up, this little baby, winds up in a bucket next to her heart thing. Why I feel so strongly that Summer Moon Wells wound up on this boat is because of this one photo. Now I cropped her out because I wanted to show the hair. This is Summer Moon, and I believe that she is on this boat. I believe she's on the boat, and that's where she went. This is what they do to them once they're on the boat. They fish. Nothing's a stupid question. Yes, there's tons. I'm not familiar with Adam Walsh, but there are most of the cases, and this really got blown up from COVID. I believe because no one was checking on any of these kids, and underground and so forth was not looked on. There's something about the process that they all have that white mesh. I'm reviewing a few things for people who are new. That white mesh has been a solid element that I have followed. They do wind up with something in their mouth that really goes down into the throat. I feel it every time I touch upon this part of the machinery. It's very difficult. And the piece that they're holding in their hand is the piece that gets attached to their piece of machinery. And it goes to the eye. That's what that piece is, you guys. That I keep showing. And Madeline McCain had her own. Harmony Montgomery I have so much information on Harmony that whoever did the artwork basically painted the picture for me. It's really something that the authorities are not wanting to look at. And it's sad. It's doesn't stop. I mean, this is a real photo of them fishing with the trophies. That's the head. That's the stick with the heart. And I think that's Ernie. You know, so the things that I'm showing, I have a year's worth of shit that backs it up. This is the car that they show comes out of the bridge. It has the equipment right on the top of the car. And this is just like the same kind of a bridge and information that was in Summermoon There are only a couple things that change in this photo. But this would be a location that needs to be checked out. I went over this. I went over this really well. This is the machine. The head in plastic. Went over that. $54. This middle picture is from the night before. Whatever this is, it's from the night before. I think they're just all on the water. And that's Kylie. That's a true understanding of Kylie with her machine. Let me sharpen it a little so you guys could see and understand really what these pictures represent. That's Kylie on her machine. And she is not where you think she is. These are just different angles. Let me go into the smaller one. The smaller photo for you guys. The small photos always give really good information. See, that's what was brought to the water. That's Kylie. I mean, that was what was brought to the water. These got super pixelated. So this is what they're showing that's under the water. All this shows is that flatbed. That's it. It just shows the flatbed. I mean, it's not the car. I knew it when I saw. I'm like, wait a minute, that's not a car. And you see, like, it looks like an E, like a number 5 box. I'm like, that's the box. Why is everyone saying that they see a car? They're not pulling a car out of the water. It was like the E. It was like the machine. And somehow, the plunder lady becomes Kylie wrapped in this thing that looks like a fish. She winds up being the victim. And that's why I want to know, like, is she a real person, or is she a fake person? Is she fake? Like, is she someone else? And this is what happens to the kids. I mean, this is what happens. They wind up like I showed you. And this is supposed to be plunder. I don't get it. If she is real, then there's a serious problem. This whole picture shows the whole situation. And it's right here in the words. This is what it looks like somewhere in the rim of the water. That's it. That's the green face. That's the box. That's everything. And the whatever words those are I'm sure meaningful to whatever sacrifice they did. It's right here. This is exactly what I have for each child. Right there. And that's your green buoy. Because that sticks right up and they could find it in the water. It's what it is. It's all in the finest, smallest details in her video. And the thing is, I know the whole story, so I know how to tell you the story with it. That's KIELYRODNI. It's not plunder. I don't know who she is. And so far, I don't think anyone in chat knows who she is. That is the same as what you see. Her face is like what winds up in here. Now, this is Kylie. behind plunder is the most perfect photo, that is the closest photo that's real. These are all real, but what I'm saying is it's really tough to get a photo that isn't pixelated, right? And this is what it looks like when they get pulled away. See that thing in her mouth? That's the same thing that I showed you guys once in Benny's mouth during a whole video. It's Kylie. It's Kylie. And the police really could shut this shit down if they choose to. You guys know that. They could really shut this shit down, because this isn't my clairvoyance pictures. I could tell the story of what they're telling me, which I'm doing, but because there are pictures here that back it up, that's Kylie. I'm taking a picture of this so I could use it as my cover. Whoever did this to her, and whoever is doing this, go turn yourself in and just make a deal. Because this shit is gonna go down. It's gonna go down. And no matter what, this is gonna get busted open. It's going to get busted open. Because these spirits, they're just way too strong. They're way too strong. And when they do get busted open, I will have all the files to hand over to them. It's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time. That's it. That's it. These are the little teeny pieces that are worth so much. Those little guys. I have a file. These are just fun facts. I have a file on the Chris Watts case that will directly connect Summer Moon Wells missing children now, as well as the KIELYRODNI. I have enough information that connects Australia to these cases. These kids, this has just been going on for a very long time. And because Spirit was so strong and showed me the most important elements, like this in the beginning, this one, I knew to listen. I knew how to listen. It's been a journey for me as well. It was very difficult to accept the fact to myself what was going on. You know, it's to see a little girl like Summer Moon Wells missing children, and then I realized that there were so many of them speaking that gets connected to these little boxes, and I had to somehow find a way to make it make sense. That is Summer. And that box has not changed since number one day I was introduced to these children. Nothing has changed. All the elements, they just don't change them. And I was able to tell it. The machine that Kylie is in, if you look all the way down at the bottom of this one, this is exactly what Summer Moon Wells was attached to. That's her machine. And that's her torso. Hasn't changed for over a year. So, on that note, see the fisherman here. Because the fisherman, and then I'm going to call it quits. Between the fishermen and the farms and all that, there are a lot of people involved, but it's all the same elements that will help the authorities pull it all together. So this is what last thing I want to show you is what I mean by underground. The very first day Summer Moon Wells went missing, we saw the water hole, and I kept saying, there are tunnels they're showing. They're showing these tunnels. These are the tunnels and the boxes that need to be found. It's right there. The little hole in it. This very first thing that I noticed in the trees exists still in all of the videos. They're quickly showing these things in the ground. But it's not talked about. You know, like they're like this. This is important. This is an entranceway from the landscaping guy. That's an entranceway that I know that this video could give the. I'm doing this for the police, by the way. That I know that these videos could show you where to go and get these things underground. The guys like this are called garbage men. They're the pickup men. They're cleaning shit up. But these are entranceways. Just like I showed Summer Moon, there's an entranceway somewhere on the Wells property. It's right there. It's an entrance. No dog is going to smell it. No dog's going to smell that. It's underground. It's underground. And this to me would be the first thing to do would to be go find one of these entranceways on a farm, on a property, by the water. And I think that they're all over the country. I think they're just all over the country. You know, like this is a picture of someone underground. They're in a hole. The photos that I found like this, I believe is the room. And that's the bowl of shit that gets thrown to them to eat. That is why I showed you the plate with peanut butter. I showed the plate of peanut butter because I intuitively and spiritually and clairvoyantly felt that plate being thrown down into one of these holes. That's what happened. I'm like, what the fuck? Is what I was like. So, a lot of information that I discuss comes from how I feel and see. And Tim Mullen is another one who shows these little rooms. I have shown, I believe, enough factual stuff that has not been proven factual, so I can't say. But there's enough information that they could go look for these holes just by looking at the videos with an open mind of, you know what? Like, these holes might be real. These are being hidden by hay. They're being hidden in farms. They're being hidden. But once you find one, you're going to find them all. Because they're all connected. They're all connected. I mean, here's Harmony Montgomery. She didn't just get into she came out of that hole. She came out of the hole into a tire. Or they roll the tire over, and that's how they move these kids. But there's plenty of places to start. I would start right back at Summer Moon Wells property. I'd go right back to Jody Sue. I'd go right back to that group and ask one of them to tell the truth. Any of them. Any of them. Any of them could speak up. I mean, all of Benny's pictures are not Benny. That's not Benny. It's not Benny at all. You guys don't think that's weird? That Benny isn't Benny? And that whatever is in that blank little square is the answer? Because someone took this frame out. I didn't. I think he could give the answer. The answer's right there in the blank square. Because it was taken out. And this is not someone we have ever seen before, you guys. Period. Never. It isn't. They hold the answers. They hold the answers to finding these people. They do, you guys. And I am begging. I am begging for one of you to come forth and tell the truth. Because between Jody Sue's photos that match up to Benny's photos of these ridiculous pieces of equipment, this is from Benny and this is you with your hand in it. You guys don't understand that the evidence is piled up and ready to go. You are matching way too much shit to each other. Oh, is that the name of the machine? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Fisherman, hold your horses. We have to find something, you guys. One minute. I have to find. Oh my fucking God. I'm telling you, those are the same. I'm going to find it. I'm going to find it written well. That is the equipment that she has her arm on is this. She shows it. I'm telling you, that is the same logo. I'm going to get a clearer photo. This one isn't any clearer. I'm going to go into the video. Jody Sue is wearing the machinery. It is on her. You've got to be kidding me. You guys, she's wearing it. This is that. I have been looking, I kept saying, I know that logo looks familiar. I'm telling you, I'm really good with photos. Wow. Let me see if I have the video here. That's a good catch. I knew it looked familiar. And how about that I went back and I opened that thing up? Let me see if it's in this actual video that I have. Desktop. Alright, I have one video. I don't know why I saved it, but let's put it up here. This is a great catch. You dumbass. See, I told you she's so stupid. It's the same thing. Look at the maroon thing under her neck. It's all the same. So that's what I'm saying. It goes back to Summer Moon Wells. Someone coming forward and just spill your guts. Spill your guts. Let me take a picture of this again. Now, I'm going to end this. I'm going to look at that. You dumbass. All right. Wow. Look at that. She's going right in the hole. There's her hole. And there's her A. It's the whole thing, you guys. All right. Where'd that movie go? Movie? Is this it? All right, let me show you. I don't know if there's... So this is one of the fisherman's videos. And all I do, like I said, is... Ooh, see? It's going to show us more information now that I've done this. This is the direct fisherman video where I say they wind up here on the boat. Now, I've had this video, I don't know, for a long time. And look, it looks like he's holding a kid, right? Like, that is not normal photo. Look at the kid's shoes, they're not touching the ground. This is all for entertainment purposes only. And total trigger warning because I have no idea. Total trigger warning. I have no idea what's going to show up, you guys. No. Total trigger warning because there's the box. Here comes the maroon box that travels here. It's right there. With the white things. You guys see this? All right, major trigger warning. I have no idea what's going to show. I swear to God, because more shows, the more I speak it, and I have spoke all the way up to the fisherman's boat. So this here that winds up in the water is being pulled up. You could see. Let me point out to you the maroon box. This is the box right here, right? Here, it's right here. And I'm going over, there's the white handles. It's scary, right? It's scary to look at. So see that little girl has that machine, the machine on her head? You see that? It's right on her face. Yeah, I am just saying trigger warning, and understand that these are not his kids. So this is all falls under section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. This is all for the sake of the missing children. I have no idea what it's going to show, but what I do know is that is not his daughter. Okay, so right there is that face that I told you guys comes out of the water, and it's got one of those things in there, and that's not a fish head. I mean, if anyone has seen a fish head like that, tell me. But this is exactly what I showed you before that winds up following Summer Moon and now is in Kylie's. So the information, what was I going to look for? What I actually forgot. Oh, I said this is the video I used. So it's what's in the small boxes, and that's what I like to grab. So to me, that's what gets pulled up the side of the boat. There you could see a head. It's right there. That's the number 5. That, what you see coming out of here, and there's the orange bucket. It's all in here. So I have a lot of these fish. Oh, there's the bucket. Look at the darkness next to the video. See it? That's the box coming out of the water right there. Under the red. Under the red. And if you look over here, they keep it in the darkest part of the video. So, you know, even though it's in black, I videotape it because it gives really good information. Here, let me brighten this up. So what's in the black dark spot is this. That is that. Those are the V's. Those are the buckets. These are the baskets that are being pulled up out of the water. Right here. It's in the video, but it sits in the blackness of the video. Which, if you videotape their videos, don't crop out. Keep the whole entire screen. Because this shit here is what tells the story. That's the box. That's what tells the story. It really wants to come out. See that? It really wants to show the truth. So what's in front of her is that white little thing that I showed you was with Kylie. It's right, her piece, this little one's piece is right in front of her. It's that piece that stays with each person. Stays with each person. This is what wants to come out. This part. So whatever is in the smallest little square here would be the information that I'd want. So this is the shit that shows the truth. It's hidden. It's right under there. They hide it underneath creators' videos. I'm not saying that this guy is doing anything. What I have said over and over is that their videos hold the truth. And there's nothing more I could say about that. I'm not the authorities. I can't do squat about it. But I have told these people, you know, to please help. Because this is what happens to them. That's like a Kylie. And that's a Summer Moon Wells. That's the face. That's what happens. But I can't seem to get a response from anybody. I think I went in here to find The machine. Oh, that's why I went in here. Oh, I don't know if the machine is even in this one. See, it's whatever is next to the boat. It looks like a submarine to me. It's whatever's next to the boat that is the way that these things are moved. See? That's how they're moved. That's a number 5 box. It's marked. It's a lot of blood and shit going on here. This is underground shit, you guys. It's gonna keep falling apart because that's the part of the story we're at. We're at that part of the story here, WCIA. That is gonna next talk about this part. This part. And I don't have words. Yeah, these are people's videos, and I'm telling you, they're being used. I mean, it's like I said about Ryan Upchurch, it's one or the other. So it's like, if you know that this shit is in your video, it's either A, go report it immediately so you could help solve these cases, or don't. But to me, if you're an investigator, if they don't, I would think that there's guilty party. Because it's pretty much right there. So it's one or the other. I mean, there's the heart. I mean, the whole thing. Like, it's one or the other. So that's what I'm saying. It's like, it's not that complicated. Like, either turn yourself in or turn your videos in. You have a skull in your video. You have the green face in your video. And these are being pulled up from under the ground. They're being pulled up and out. Up and out. These are, I don't know. But this is the part of the case that needs recognition. Correct. Either they're part of the solution or part of the corruption. Exactly, Muffin Top. It's one or the other. Like, it's like kind of like, I'm not doing anything other than saying, okay, so which part of the fence are you on? Like, where do you sit? Where do you stand? And those boats, they're dropping shit off, you guys. And then as soon as you move it, see, it wants to tell the whole thing. It's very gory. This goes down under. There's the box. You could see the box now. It really wants to tell the story, you guys. These are being pulled up from the water. These are the white, maroon bars. Look at that. They're not catching fish. These things are connected. I mean, you could see that these are metal boxes, right? You could see, and there's the container. Remember I told you it travels? Oh, you're welcome, you guys. I really hope this, makes a difference. Because I think the KIELYRODNI story does play a part in matching this all up to show that it's all the same. This is a pretty intense scene that's showing a lot of information. It's coming up from a hole. These are bars with those little pointy things. These are the bars with the pointy things. These are the bars with the little hearts on the bottom. I see them. I'll take the pictures and then I'll probably... the only... Rhonda Hall, the only thing that makes sense to me is that it's run by a group that protects them. And that's all I know. It's like you don't know who to trust, who to talk to. Because none of it, all of it matches. And when put together, it all makes sense. So if taking away my clairvoyance or whatever, if all of this still matches, which it is, why wouldn't the people that are holding this information have their stuff at least subpoenaed, like a warrant? You know? Why wouldn't they do that? I mean, this is pretty bloody. See, it really has a lot to tell. So I think that's going to wind up being the green face. Yeah, I would think that the money in it is just astronomical. I mean, it has to be astronomical. It has to be. I mean, you could see that the parts of this that are fake, what happens is it fades away. It fades away, and then what's left underneath it is like kind of like set in there, like that blue arm is fake. See, it's like, it's really more about whatever's going on in here than it is anything else. There's a situation coming out here that wants to really show itself. Oh, there's the net in this with the head on it. See what I mean? Look in the water. Look in the water. So deep fake, when you're really good at deep fake, I like to, actually what I do is I switch off from focusing in the dark, and then I focus in on the light part. The dark part tends to give me information that's way low down, like under the ground. And then the light part, most of the light part kind of disappears. And you could see here how the situation is just changing. It's not that. That's the deep fake. So it's the part that becomes really crystal clear is part of the truth. So if you look at the boat that's being pulled up, they're bringing something like on a cross. This part here is the truth. Wait. Which is being covered up. This. This is being brought up to them in the water. Right there. I'm going to work on this for maybe a few more minutes. And then I know where I need to go next, and that is back to the fisherman. It's back to the fish, the boat. You see how that's on? Do you guys see that bar? It's like a bar. It's not really in a water. It's not like really in the ocean. Like, this is a real fucked up photo. Really fucked up photo that tells a lot. So I know what I'm going to be doing next. Oh, there's the face that matches Kylie right here. This right here is what I just showed you guys, is Kylie's eyeball. Right there. Right there. And most likely all the trimming and all that will be the same as the fake car and blah, 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 blah. And there it is. It's right in here. See how that works? See how it like becomes really creepy looking? And then it's going to clear up. And total trigger warning because I see it. I see what this is. This is called the final sacrifice. Yeah. This is the final sacrifice, and this is going to be a head on the platter. And that will basically tell their full story. This is the full story. So whoever is doing this, has some real issues. I mean, you all see that, right? You see that head in the middle? The only thing I could think of is it's used for bait. I don't know. But this is sick enough that I would think the authorities would want to do something about this. Right, you guys? Whoops. It's right there. And what you're going to see on the ground, what you're going to see in that smaller one is the white heart, is the exactly what I've been showing you that's in Summer's backyard. And here, I just showed it in my presentation actually. That white thing that's coming out of the ground right there, so that's coming up out of the ground, is where's my presentation? That is the same thing as the white stick, the white stick with the red hearts that was in my presentation. That winds up here. Let me open it. So, wow, it's really matching up to the presentation I just showed you. Crazy. So remember, this is Kylie. This is Kylie. And that is also what Summer Moon looked like. It's kind of looking like the person in here. The more I sit here and look at it, I'm going to just sit here, the more it shows. So there's the head on the number on the boxes, like the green, the maroon, the white. This is like a fucking horror show. I mean, you guys, it's so it's so telling that if in fact nothing is done, I think that will be really odd. This here is, I could match this shit up right to Kylie. Remember I told you, oh, she's laying next to a dark number 5? It's right there. Up in the left-hand corner of the smaller box. Alright, I'm going to move it. Look what happens as soon as I put my thing down. But it shows more is what happens is the brighter it winds up showing more. See? It goes back to it easier and it just shows more. Each time I'm going to move it. Because now it's too strong. It's too strong to not show it. So this here you're seeing is the heart. I have a picture of a lady holding this up on the water in, I think she's in Dominican or something. I showed it. There's this group that's connected to Tina, and they go fishing for these things. Like they go and they grab this shit out of the water, and she's holding it up like with one of her gloves. And this is what she's holding up actually. Crazy. Let me see if I could find it under international. Let's see. International. Oh, maybe it's in my PDFs. International. Okay, so here's my international one. Here it is. She's holding like this shit up. Wait. Come on, are you serious? Ugh. Now I have to do the whole page? Alright. Alright, you guys, I'm taking some of these pages down. Wants me to bring this international. Oh my fucking God. It just brought it together. You've got to be kidding me. Okay, so wait a minute. I gotta show this whole PDF now. This girl. Save. Okay, so first of all, here she is holding it up. And I went to this because basically Tina brought me to this group, and they're grabbing shit out of the water. But there's this girl who is attached to frickin' a tree, and she walks around, and now I know what she's holding. She's holding one of those little And she has fake skin on. It's really weird. She's holding the gem. The gem. That's what she's holding. This was the one from this group, and I said this little boy has a thing on his head, and these kids are going. It's international, and I went through this whole thing. They dig up this shit in the water, and this is what they're digging up, and they're putting it in these bags. And that's the green face. And these people like show themselves, and then there's these people that are all wrapped in stuff, and it's a really weird freaking video. Like they're pulling this shit, those sparkly things out of the water. And what really got to me, here they're throwing out the garbage, and that thing is wrapped with the hearts and all that shit. It's wrapped with it. And they're digging that stuff out. Look at he's got him. Look what's going on here. And this is where I got the picture of Benny. That was, I don't know why it's not showing, but I said that's Benny. Look at this. They're holding the trophies. And they're being taught how to do this shit. And I'm like, this is international. It's not CPR, that's the equipment. That's the clear equipment with the heart on it. And this is what is going on in the water. And I have it all ready, so when in fact this needs to be blown up, I have it. These kids' feet are connected, and it goes all the way to this here. This guy's connected to the machine around his neck with a garbage bag. That's the machinery. And they're coming off the boat. This is the boat. And there she is. Wherever the fuck she is. She's connected to leaves and then connected to that guy's head, and she has that thing in her hand. Look at the fake skin on her. Totally fake. Makes sense. All right, you guys. I'm going to leave it on one frame here and call it. Let's see. This one's kind of interesting. Well, that's the heart that they use, you guys, and that's what you're looking at is real shit. Like this shit is real. And that's why everyone's so confused with, oh, this one blends. Kylie's, because that car thing is a bunch of crock of shit. Oh, there's the number 5. Oh my God, I can match this right up to JLR. That's crazy. Wait. just opened one of those. JLR, let's see if it's in here. JLR is a weird dude. Let's see. Like, I went back to some of his old videos. They're really weird. Like, look at his face. Look what's on his face. It's part of the equipment. Like, it's on his neck. I know what that is. It's in his glasses. I don't know who he is. I have no idea. But he has a full file with me. I mean, a full file. I'm just keeping it because I don't know. But I'm looking for something. Oh, I get so sidetracked. See, when I don't stay focused, I get totally sidetracked. Now I'm like, oh, I'm looking for the number 5 box. That's what it is. Okay. I'm down here. If it's not in this file, then, I mean, in this file is other things. It's not what I was looking for. Yeah, there's like these video, it's one of these videos I have of his that was like years ago. And it has the machine in the background moving. It's the same movement that I've been following for over a year. And it's like this, I don't know exactly what it is, but it's the same movement, it's the same thing. So, of course I kept it. No, I don't see it in here. No, this video is all about his stuff from years ago. So, which doesn't make a difference today. Like, I don't need to get into that. Like, he doesn't mean anything to me. He means nothing. Zero. So that's the number 5 box. I will match up, and this is the SUMMERMOONUTAHWELLS Missing Children story, as well as KIELYRODNI Team of Kids. This is their story, you guys, and hopefully the authorities will get on this and they will close this shit down and realize that this is really not that complicated to break open. It really isn't that complicated. So I really do appreciate, and I thank everyone here that has just like an open mind and is willing to see something that is really difficult to see. Because once you see it, it's really tough to unsee. But this is all for the sake of the missing children and to get their story out, to give them justice. There's the element on her neck that I have, that Benny holds up, to give them justice. And one day, the story will blow up so big that this will no longer happen. See, it's not just about throwing, Don Wells in the hole. It's not. There's a lot more that needs to be done to stop these skeletons from showing up on boats. It takes some time to see. It really does. And I am so sorry to be the one to, be showing this to you. But for some reason, this is my purpose. And it's a tough one, you guys. It's a tough one. But I will, and I have committed to following through until these kids get justice. That is a human being right there. And this video has a lot to say. All right, my mods. I don't know, is Donna in here? Muffin Top and Donna. Thank you. And to all my subscribers, thank you. I'm getting incredible information via email. I do look at it and I do read it. So thank you. See, her face is covered in that stuff. And you guys, chat was really good today. Thank you for keeping it really on the up and up. It's not easy. Thank you. It really makes a difference to me while I'm reading this and giving reads, that the energy level stays really nicely in the chat. And it was great today. It's great all the time. Some days are better than others. This is showing them not in the water. It's showing against a house. This information is just going to keep getting better and better. I think that I will focus on matching elements, apples to apples, on this boat, on the boat rides, because there's a lot in here. Oh my God. All right, you guys, have a wonderful night. Thank you again. Subscribe if you have not, so you can get an alert, and make sure you hit the bell to get alerted. And I will be doing a members perk soon. What I'll do is probably do a video for members only, and then just keep it private, and then I will then give it out to everybody. But it will, so we could have a private conversation within members. And then I'll just open it up. All right. Until then, you guys. Ooh, I'm like, can't stop doing this. I know it's all in there. Wow. All right. Good night, you guys. Thumbs up on your way out. Thank you so much for being here. I will see you all tomorrow. Have a wonderful night. Thank you all, my heavenly and angel talk. Everyone here, Judy. I mean, you're just all amazing, and I love everyone's feedback. I like when I'm able to keep my chat open. It's great. All right. Good night, you guys. God bless you guys, and thank you once again. Until later.